Vale Carla Zampatti outsider, who blazed a trail to the front and center of Australian fashion. As an Italian immigrant and a single mother forging a career in the 1970s, Carla Zampatti had reason to see herself as a bit of an outsider. But she quickly worked to the front and center of Australian fashion, where she remained for 5 decades, right up until her death on Saturday. The 78-year-old had been working on her Spring-Summer 21 collection, looking forward to dressing women in beautiful clothes again post-pandemic, and returning to her beloved cultural events when tragedy struck. Zampatti was attending the opening night of La Traviata at Mrs. McCary's Point a week ago on Friday when she fell on the bottom 2 steps of a staircase as she was leaving. She was taken to St. Vincent's Hospital, where she succumbed to her injuries on Saturday morning. News of her unexpected death sent shockwaves through the world of fashion, business, politics, and arts where Zampatti was influential. Beloved by many, she was remembered Saturday as a trailblazer and inspiration, as well as a fashion icon, a friend and mentor. Tributes were led by Prime Minister Scott Morrison, who said he and his wife Jenny, who worn a glittering Zampatti gown to the White House, were terribly saddened by the sudden loss. Carla was an icon to the fashion industry, a pioneer as an entrepreneur, and a champion of multicultural Australia. "It was our great honor to have known her," Mr. Morrison said. NSW Premier Gladys Berejiklian said she was talented, generous and inspiring, a true trailblazer in every respect, while opposition leader Jody McKay said she had worn Zampatti pieces since her 20s and kept all of them. Nicole Kidman, who learned of Ms. Zampatti's death in Los Angeles, where she is on set for an upcoming film, said the designer was one of the most chic and elegant people she had known. The fashion world was especially grief-stricken by the news. Captain Queen Camilla Franks told the Herald she was heartbroken over the loss of my muse and treasured friend. "Carla was our matriarch," she said. Zampatti's publicist Kelly Hush, the former editor-in-chief of Harper's Bazaar Australia, said she would miss going around for a cuppa and a debate. She was a fierce debater. A recent topic of debate was what women want to wear after 2020's pandemic lockdowns. She was convinced people wanted to dress up, Ms. Hush said. The business was thriving as Australian women turned to trusted brands, she said, and Zampatti thrived off working. Zampatti's daughter, fashion designer Bianca Spender, posted a tribute on Instagram saying, "Today, I lost my mother, my inspiration, my mentor and my friend. I am lost for words and totally heartbroken." An online page also swiftly appeared, commemorating Zampatti as Australia's most successful and enduring fashion designer, who has long been celebrated for making Australian women feel confident and elegant through her exceptional design, tailoring and understanding of the modern woman. A champion of Australian women and a multicultural success story, she continued to thrive as a businesswoman through enormous radical and social change, designing clothes for women fighting for liberation through the women's rights movement in the 1960s to empowering women today in leadership, the workplace, in their home and at major life events. Her family is very grateful for the support and for the excellent care from the team at St. Vincent's Hospital, Sydney. The statement on the page said, Zampatti was born in northern Italy, where a visit to a dressmaker sparked her interest in fashion. At the age of 9, she migrated to Western Australia. At 19, she moved to Sydney to pursue her career. In Sydney, she met and married her first husband, Leo Schumann, and in 1965, launched her first fashion collection with her husband, as a partner in the business. The demise of her marriage in 1970 meant she lost her factory, but she kept the rights to her name, and with that, and a loan from a family member, was able to relaunch. She married politician and diplomat John Spender in 1975, having 2 more children, and 3 decades together, until their 2010 divorce. By the 1980s, Zampatti was recognized not only as a fashion force, but as a force in business. She was named Cantus Bulletin Businesswoman of the Year in 1980, and continued to collect accolades in the decades that followed. She would be chairwoman of SBS for a decade from 1999, and served on boards, including the Art Gallery of NSW, Sydney Theatre Company and Westfield. In a Sunday Life profile in May last year, Zampatti said she had always felt like a bit of an outsider, especially when she was raised starting her business as a single mother, but she didn't see it as a bad thing. Being an outsider makes you try harder. She also described herself as a culture-loving introvert. "I love theater, I love plays, I love movies. I love watching rather than performing." Zampatti is survived by her 3 children: Alexander Schumann, fashion designer Bianca Spender, and Allegra Spender and 9 grandchildren.